So you're like, oh, okay, let me go and take 50 pounds from my savings. No, you don't touch it. Listen, I wrote a lot. I wrote a lot about this topic, okay, because it's one thing when you're living alone, okay, and you're enjoying life, and you are dealing with finance by your own. And then it's another thing when you have a family, okay, and you're dealing with children, responsibilities. And we as moms, I know it's so easy for us to want to buy the whole world for our children. Like, you go into a shop and you see all these clothes is so cute. Oh, this one is so fine. I need to buy this for my son. Oh, I need to buy this for my son. And even if you're not that kind of person, you still have to deal with diapers and wipes and things like that, which I will mention. Let me briefly write that down so I remember. Diaper, because there's really a good tip on that diaper thing. Yeah, and also having to deal with a spouse, which is a whole different human to you. How do we prevent finance getting into our relationship and potentially ruining the relationship, which we don't want. So yes, I have a lot of tips for you, okay. So I hope you enjoy. I think it is so important to have a plan or a budget for the income that is coming into your bank. But before I say that, I think partners should have separate accounts. Maybe in the future where the money is abundant, when the money is like everywhere, then maybe you have a joint account that you just put money into, but everybody have their own independence as well. And the reason I say this is that both of you have different responsibilities when it comes to money. So let's imagine if you are to have a joint account, okay, and my responsibilities is like, maybe I need 20% of money, okay, for my responsibilities. And then your partner has a lot more responsibility. Maybe they have a project that requires a lot more responsibilities. No, it wouldn't be fair to say like put the money together and the money is going out. One person is bound to be dissatisfied. But I know, of course, it can work if couples decide to put money together, but it needs to take a lot more selflessness on both sides. Because how I see that working is that maybe you have to list out all the responsibilities, okay. So there is budget for the home, maybe the foods, the diapers, the the bills of the house. That's one responsibility. But what about projects that you and your partner have for yourself? Maybe if you have a business and your partner has a business, and business requires injection of cash, you cannot say, oh, okay, we are going to put the money together every month. We will have maybe 300 pounds of spending money for both of us, but then the reality is maybe your business requires a little cash injection, but your partner's requires a bigger amount of cash injection. That there's going to be an issue there, because obviously the 300 is not going to be enough, and there's possibility of having dissatisfaction as well, because maybe you're like, oh, all the money is going into this person's business. Do you get what I mean? That's why I'm like, it's better to have a separate account. Okay, that's just my opinion on it. But coming back to the tips, because I digressed. I would say for you, for an individual, when you agree that you are going to have your own separate account, how do you take care of that money? How are you able to budget so that you don't waste all your money? Because listen, it is not good for you to finish all your money every day. Like, you cannot allow, I don't know, 1,000 pounds to come into your account and 1,000 pounds leave your account at the end of the month. No, this is bad on all levels, because imagine if maybe something big happens, or you need quick money fast. Maybe somebody got ill at home. I'm an African, so I say home. Or somebody got ill, your relative or your parents or sibling got ill and they require a quick cash, and you finish your 1,000 every single month, what are you gonna do? There is no money. You see problem. Or that something happened, or you want to move home and you require a lot of cash to be able to move home. Are you going to start now to start saving? That means you have to stay there. If you don't like that house, you have to stay there for another 10 months or 1 year, God knows, living an unhappy life. That, so what I'm saying is, having some kind of savings will help you to be able to make quick decisions. So I really think that it's a bad idea to have money coming in and going out the same amount. Is a bad idea. So the way I save money, I'm a saver. Yeah. The way I save money is well, I'm not doing the calculation well, but I always make sure that I save money every single month based on my income, but I also make sure I have a little money to spend as well, because we are adults. There are things we want to buy, maybe for ourselves or for our children, and being a mom and all the stress around it, I like just buying something nice for myself once in a while. Maybe you want to do your nails, or even if you see something nice for your children, to buy it brings us joy. So it's good to have money out per month. Okay, this is your budget, this is my budget, and I'm allowed to spend in a month. Okay, others are going to savings, and of course we are going to subtract the money for the bills and other responsibilities. So that's how I do it. And the money that is going into the savings, under no circumstance should it be touched. Yeah. You cannot be like, oh, maybe it's the middle of the month and all the money that you put out for for spending is finished, so you're like, oh, okay, let me go and take 50 pounds from my savings. No, you don't touch it. But what you can actually do is, if you have a side hustle or something that you can do to bring in additional money so you can spend a bit more, that's where I go towards. I don't try to take money that I've already put into savings. I try to work a bit more, find some kind of work to do so that I can get more income in, so I can spend on whatever I want. And if that's not possible that month, that thing just has to wait until the next month, and then the next month budget is going to cover it. So definitely it's very important to have some savings for the future. The next thing I can say, okay, another thing that you can do when it comes to income and managing income in the home, like I said, it's important to have savings. So maybe okay, so the couple, you can live off one person's income, and then the other person's income fully goes into savings. So the budgeting is based on one person's income, and the other one you put in savings for emergencies and big tasks and big things, big investments for the family. The other thing I would say as well is yeah, so in terms of, because you have to consider everybody, in terms of if you decide to have maybe a separate account, how that will work is the finance has to be the budget has to be divided, right? So think of it this way: based on the income of each person, yeah, the bills and the responsibilities of the house and things like that have to be divided based on the amount. So let's say if maybe your husband is earning, I don't know, 5,000 and you are earning maybe 1,000, the house responsibility kind of, you have to pay a little, and then they pay a bit more, just to balance it out. But I think everybody's experience is different. So it kind of depends on you and your household and what responsibilities you have going on, you know, what this person and this person's responsibility they have going on, that might not necessarily be attached to the home. So based on, you know, how your home situation is going on, is kind of coming together and figuring out how to work out, you know, the incomes and the budget, so that everybody is comfortable and, you know, everybody's able to have some kind of income to save and to, you know, to spend on things that they like as well. But yes, the summary of the whole matter is that saving is very important in marriage and in life in general, but specifically in marriage. It's not ideal to just, you know, spend all your money on children clothes and then you're saying, oh, I don't have money, oh, I don't have money. You can literally manage children's clothing. You can manage, you know, them by trying to wash more frequently, you know, doing laundry more frequently. And also, I know in terms of diapers is very expensive, so with that one there's an option of maybe having a cloth diaper. I'm in the UK, so it's a bit easier to manage that, because you can just, you know, remove the poo if it's a poo one and then just put in the washing machine, so it's a bit easier. But if you are in area where you cannot do that, trust me, I've done that as well, where I had to wash diapers with my hands, but it's doable too, you know, it's doable. I remember I moved with my mom when she got a job somewhere a bit far away, so I had to go with her because she had a newborn. Our last born is, you know, I think he's like 7 years younger than all of us. I'm the third, we are 6, so the last born. So I had to look after him. I remember having to wash diapers and I washed it with my hands, you know, so it is doable. It's just that there's no excuse. If you want to save money, you can save money. Just about looking into how to, you know, make that happen. And if the budget is too tight, then it's about looking into how to get more income, even being a full stay-at-home mom. This my channel here doesn't really have, does it? Yeah, it does. Okay, so I have a video on, I think it's 7 ways to make income as a stay-at-home mom, so do check that out. I think I'll try and put it on the linked caption space below, so you can have a look. And there are many different ways you can make money at home as a mom, so don't worry, you make money like that so that you're able to save money and also have a lot more money for you to spend and for the family. But yes, that's all I have to say. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any question, you can reach out to me on my Instagram, Fit African Mommy, or my website, www.fitafricanmommy.com, and or send me an email. And yes, I would love to hear from you. Like this video if you enjoyed it, share with other people if you find it useful, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.